Hello, it's Coach Charlie with Attack Basketball Academy. To become an elite player, you must develop your speed and agility. There's no way around that. But for some coaches, they will tell you, you must spend hours each week and hire an additional agility coach to achieve your results. I'm here to tell you that that's not true. Speed and agility can be practiced on the court during basketball drills if you know what you're doing. So today in this video, I'm going to show you my tips and tricks on how to improve your speed and agility for basketball. Let's go. In this video, I'm going to show you the little known way to use your speed and agility to dominate during basketball games. Then I'm going to show you the simplest way to become lightning fast on the court. I promise you, you'll be amazed at how fast and quick you'll become in a short amount of time. Last, I'm going to share with you how to become a beast with your agility, and it's easy as ABC. Let's get right into the little known way to increase your speed and agility to dominate during basketball games. It all starts with mentality. And what I want you to put on your mind is this simple saying. You want to win the first two steps, whether you're playing offense or defense. Again, you want to win the first two steps, whether you're playing offense or defense. See, when you keep in your mind, as I said again, it starts with your mentality. You want to win the first two steps. See, that's a sprinter's mentality. Yes, a sprinter is fast. We can all agree to that. But what they want to do the whole time is they want to keep a two-step lead. So if I continuously win the first two steps over time, over the course of action and incremental progress and process, I'm going to eventually leave my opponents in the dust. Hence, if I'm here, I'm a sprinter, ready, set, go, I want to win the first two steps. This is not the place and space to give up and say I'm good because the opponent is behind me. No, I want to keep that mentality. I want to win the first two steps. And if you keep that mentality the whole time, you increase your speed and agility. Yes, it has a lot to do with your physicality, but it has a great deal to do with your mentality. And if you keep that on your mind, watch how your speed and agility increases. You've got to keep that on your mind. Whether I'm doing a lateral push-step defensively, I want to win the first two steps. I may have an opponent that's quicker than me, faster than me, but if I have that mindset of winning the first two steps because I don't want to sit the bench, watch how quick I get, and I maintain that. And defensively speaking, to give you kind of a heads up, I'm as good as only two push steps. Because if I do a great job of winning these two steps, I've taken my opponent into my teammates' area where they should be doing what? Helping me. So I'm pushing my opponent away from the basket as I want to win the first two steps. Now I have help as I need it. And at the same time, this offensive player has a choice to make. Either they're going to shoot a low percentage bad shot or they're going to have to pass the ball. My job is done. And at that time and place and space, when they do pass the ball, I have to have that same mentality defensively. Offensively speaking, I may not be the fastest, but I can be quick because I'm witty. I want to win the first two steps. Right? No matter where I'm at on the court, defenders follow me, I want to win the first two steps. If I keep that mentality the whole time, my speed and agility will increase. I could take the same effort I have today with my physicality, but it all starts with my mentality. That's it. Win the first two steps and keep that in your mind. Think about this now on transition fast breaks. You want to win the first two steps and keep that in your mind the whole time. Watch how fast you get down the court. Keep that on defensive transition fast breaks. You want to get back. Keep on mind, you want to win the first two steps so no one gets behind you. Watch how fast you get. That simple. Before I show you the simplest way to become lightning fast on the court, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out videos daily to help develop you into a premium basketball player. Don't miss out on the content. click the subscribe button. Now, let's talk about the simplest way to becoming lightning fast on the court. You want to learn to shrink the space. And what I mean by shrinking the space is simply this. It goes back to mentality. See, tight spaces accelerate the learning curves. What I showed you before is all I did was, instead of thinking about some daunting task, I have to get to where you're at. I'm not fast. I have all these things in mind about my physical attributes. They may not be dominant. So again, my mentality is slow, so guess what? My body will be slow. But if I need to come to you and you may not see my legs, I'm going to maintain. I need to win the first 2 steps. I'm to come to you and you're not going to see my legs on purpose. I'm going to have in mind I need to win the first 2 steps. Watch how quick I get. I need to go away from you. I need to win the first 2 steps. So me shrinking the space, again, is mentally, because again, tight spaces will accelerate your learning curves. You don't have time for much thought. You just got one focus, one simple thing in your mind. Win the first 2 steps, right? Keep that in your mind. You want to shrink the space. Defensively speaking, again, I can show you that. I want to push them away with short, quick push steps, short and intense push steps, not long. I'll get beat, short. I want to jab my defender. It's short and quick. I want to attack. It's going to be short, quick steps, not long steps. See, that's shrinking the space. Great. I want to learn simple drills like going from line to line, how to maintain winning the first 2 steps over and over and over, so I can give valiant effort. And notice when I did that, as hard as I ran, I'm not really out of breath, because my mind is in a state of being where I need to win what? The first 2 steps. I have to learn how to exert as much energy as possible. So then when I'm talking about running down the court, I can play that same way. Now you might want to go from, say, this white line to the free throw line. You're expanding it out, right? So you want to start close to shrink the space, then expand out. Now I know how to exert energy from baseline to half court. I get bolder. I can go from baseline to, say, the opposite free throw line. I get bolder. I can go from baseline to baseline with the same mentality, winning the first 2 steps. It's that simple right here. Now that you have a sprinter's mentality, I want you to comment below with the word sprint to let us know you've learned something in this video and you are ready to use your mindset and speed to win the first 2 steps every time. Go ahead and drop the word sprint in the comment sections. Now I'm going to share with you how becoming a beast with your agility as easy as ABC. ABC is an acronym. I kind of throw in a little secret thing for you. A to me is agility, right? And here's a formula. A, agility, equals B, balance, plus control. A, agility equals balance plus control. What is agility? Agility is no more than how you stabilize your body. How quick can you start, stop, and stabilize your body? If I'm moving this way, can I stop quickly to move this way? And if I can do that with mental flexibility, emotional flexibility, where I'm not all thrown off, if I can do it with physical flexibility, I'm agile, right? I'm able to go any direction at any time, how I want to, when I want to, where I want to go, because my B plus C is also in order. Balance is nothing more than I'm equal, right? I can start, stop, stabilize, and get balanced where I stay equal, right? I have what I call equal distribution of power. I don't lean one way and get stumbled. I don't lean this way and stumble. I'm just back in the center and middle. No matter what I do, my flexibility is high. I can get back balanced. Then it comes into my control. Control is about stabilization. And I call it S3. Do you have an S3 mentality? Can you start, stop, and get back stabilized? Can you start, stop, and get back stabilized? Notice my random movement without the ball. Now notice my movement with the ball. That's what this stuff comes down to, right? I don't have to do all this, but I'm just showing you with the basketball. This is all start, stop, stabilize comes down to. Can you start, stop, stabilize on a moment's notice? Can you go over here? Can you come over here? Can you spin here? Can you move? Right? Can you move? Can I move and groove with the basketball? This is ABC. All that is nothing but a distraction for a defender. Something I would rarely do in a basketball game, I will dribble this much, put the basketball going from right to left, up, down, moving the ball around. That becomes a distraction. You might be distracted as I do this. Ball's all over the place. And what I'm doing on purpose is distracting my defender so I can then go by them. As I become more stabilized my body, all I do is just change speeds and go. So it helps you to find and develop both hands and feet, because then your agility, which again comes from your balance and control, can be at a high level. And now that you know how to improve speed and agility for basketball, how would you like to have a guy that covers all the must-know basketball principles and in what situation to apply them? Well, you are in luck. If you click on the link in the description of this video below, you can download the guide I put together as my gift to you. Enjoy it and keep attacking.